good game to propel you guys into the championship game, obviously.
Yes.
I want to pose the question to all three of you guys. You're on the cusp now of winning 3 in a row. Now that's right in front of you. You can focus on that. What's kind of the excitement level with this chance for you guys, all three of you, to win a 3rd in a row and keep this dynasty going, so to speak?
Honestly, it's really, he talks to me a lot about legacy and just like kind of building this dynasty, like you said, and building the culture here. So that's kind of our motivation here. We've done it 2 years in a row, but now it's about building our legacy and just continue to build the winning culture at Norfolk State. And me and my teammates just know how important it is to us to move on to that next level. He brought up us being invited to like the BIT, but that's not our end goal at all.
Yeah, a 3P is hard. I mean, for any team, any level. And I think this year we really matured and we really locked in. And the beginning of the season, this was one of our main goals. I think we did a great job of, regular season champs, 14-0. But again, we still 0-0 to the next game. This is our 3rd time seeing whoever team we play. So we got to lock in, honestly. But like Mimi said, the legacy is what's important. Potentially go down as one of the best HBCU teams ever. We're on the road to get 30 wins. I mean, it's a lot to be proud of. But tomorrow we just got to lock in, and then after that we can celebrate, and after that we got to get ready for our next game. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think both of them touched on it really well. I think for me, we haven't lost since Christmas break. So now we're going into 2024. So even like before the game today, when I walked in, all across the board, they're smiling. But, when you get to a point to where you win so many games in a row, you start to lack appreciation for these moments. I wrote a group chat that I'm in with my teammates. I'm like, how many semifinals did we make it to? And they were arguing between, is it 1 or 2? And they're just used to playing on Fridays in these tournaments. And they're starting to take that stuff for granted. And that's my job to try and remind them. Sometimes they listen. Sometimes they make me raise my voice to remind them. But, we don't want to take these moments for granted, But winning the amount of games now at this point, we've won in a row. Sometimes we start to relax, and we can't, especially not going into tomorrow. So after we beat Auburn, I had some former players of mine text me like 30s in play. And I didn't count it. I was like, no way, but really 30 is in play, So for a school, we have amazing players. I mean, I have a lot of players that could play everywhere in the country. But for a program of our quote-unquote level to get to 30 is super tough. When you look at your South Carolinas and your Texas, who get there every year, your USCs, they buy 7 of those games. We've been on the road, we've been tested. If we could get 1 week back, that would be our week in Puerto Rico. We would probably handle our business better a little bit there. But that beach, that beach got the best of us. Other than that, they've been great for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And now we got to understand that all that's going to culminate in a 1 game tomorrow, championship game.
Coach, unique stat, anytime the combination of Diamond and Kiel can outscore a team, talk about how great a sign it is for this team to do it.
Well, I'm not dumb, so I know where to get the ball in. We have a lot of our plays are for everybody, but they're obviously in the spots to where they're trying to utilize each other. If Diamond sets a back screen for Mimi, do you help? And they made some decisions today where they decided not to help, and then she got some easy shots. Anytime Mimi is shooting the mid-range like that, she's pretty much impossible to guard, and then that gets her confidence going, and then she keeps pushing back to that 3-point line. And then she shot the last one from NBA range. I don't know if anybody recognized that one.
I do.
So she pushed all the way back. And then it's the same thing, we're going to run sets for Dime and Coy and Sky. They're going to make sure that they're getting her open. And they're going to set quality ball screens to push her to a right spot. So it's easy. it's easy with these two. But their team, Nia Fields and our screen setters, do a good job of making sure that they're wide open.
Coach, 5 straight championship appearances. Talk about the experiences for the first 4 and what can you gain from those experiences to try to get it done tomorrow?
I think I said that I got that question asked last year, but you know, when I came to Howard, that was the goal. Like I came here to win championships. I came here to get to championships game and win them. And obviously going to 5, like that is very hard to do. I know we came up short the last couple of years, but to get to 5 championships in any league is very difficult. So I'm very proud of the players that I've coached. I'm very proud of my coaching staff for us to be able to be in this position. But it's winning time now. Like you can keep saying 5, but we want it. Like we want to win it. We want to win it. Getting there is one thing, but this team and my staff, we want it this time.
Seen this matchup, Norfolk, Howard, numerous times. Regular season didn't go the way you guys planned. What are some adjustments you're looking to make heading into tomorrow's matchup?
Y'all want to answer? You want to go first? So, yes, it's like your sister every day that you live with every day, right? And they just annoy you so much. But obviously, I have a lot of respect for Norfolk State. Larry Vickers have done a tremendous, phenomenal job with that program as well. And yes, there are little things that we're gonna do to adjust to them and tweak, but we are so familiar with one another, man. It's like we know each other inside and out, and it's just like who's gonna step up, who's gonna be the better player that day, who's gonna be the star, who's gonna rise to the occasion, who's gonna get the extra rebound. It ain't gonna be about plays, and hopefully it ain't about coaching. And these guys are just gonna get to it and take care of business. So yes, very familiar with them, and I'm looking forward to a good game tomorrow.
I'll say for me personally, not fouling. That was a big issue that we had in the regular season. That ended not the way that we wanted it to end. And I think that with me in the game, that changes the dynamic of how we play. And that's just the goal for me personally, is to not foul.
I would say for me, just keeping the same intensity from the first half into the second half. A lot of times, like once we get into the third quarter, I feel like we fall short, but just staying hungry. And yeah, we just have to go after it. Like the ship has sailed, the bridge is burned. Like there's no turning back. So just leaving it all on the floor.